Hi, we're back. April Davidson with Valley Varieties. I have Jenine Klein with us today, and she's a photographer here locally in Fresno. And hello, Jenine. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And so I wanted to go ahead and introduce you and ask a little bit about what you do. You said you take pictures of monuments and buildings and different things that interest you and bring positivity to Fresno.
Yes, I do. What I do is I represent Fresno in a positive way by taking pictures of what our city is about, and then I research the history of it, and I post it on my Instagram page at Positively Fresno. And so it is, like I was just telling you, I did Duncan Enterprises building, and it was established in 1946, and it's family owned. And so I went out and took a picture there, and I researched the information, and I posted it. And I like to show how beautiful and large our city is, but how small Fresno is at the same time. And it's grown into a passion of mine, and I like to do it. So it's been good.
That's great. Duncan Enterprises is such a beautiful, beautiful building.
It is.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you learned that it was built in 1946 and it's family owned. And
Mm-hmm.
was there anything else that you came to a surprise for you about that building?
Well, it ships its product all over the United States and in 35 countries, I believe, as well. So it's a massive corporation.
Wow.
And that's the extent of what I know about it. But it was on the surface, it's really impressive, and that's what at Positively Fresno does. I showcase local businesses, local artists, restaurants, realtors, and recently they've started asking me to post on my page to advertise for them. And so I've just been doing that and little things here and there.
And so you have an Instagram page.
Yes.
And so how can we find your Instagram page? You said it was Positively Fresno?
It's all one word, at Positively Fresno.
At Positively Fresno.
Yeah, and my very first post was back in 2018. So I've been doing this for a couple years. And what it's doing is showcasing our community and its people. And so it's all from my phone. And so when I'm out walking or I'm driving anywhere in the community, I see something and then I take a picture and I research it. And if there's nothing to be found about that particular place, I put a positive affirmation with it or something like that, just to brighten someone's day.
Yes.
Or because people are scrolling all day long, and they can see it and say, hey, I've seen that place, or I didn't know that was what this building is.
People probably drive past buildings every day and don't even notice that they're there. They know that it's there, but they don't notice it.
Right.
And so you can bring attention to something that they drive past every day and don't really realize it's there, and they get a chance to see how perfectly beautiful it is.
Yes, and the history behind it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That's so great.
Thank you.
And then, so what got you started doing this?
Well, it started because sometimes Fresno is represented, it kind of gets thrown to the side sometimes, and I don't like that. I think Fresno's a wonderful city, and we have wonderful people, and I started it just to put it out there for us to be proud and to showcase it to anybody who visits my profile, how beautiful our city is, because sometimes people are biased about it and they've never even visited here. They've just driven through it from 99. And so that's where they can see my pictures and say, oh, I didn't know Fresno had this or this building or these beautiful artists and their paintings and their sculptures and the views from wherever I am in the county. And that's why I started it.
That's amazing. Yeah, because I agree with you. Like, when I first moved here, I was like scared to death. I thought it was like the worst city to live in. And over the last 25 years that I've lived here, I've grown to love this city, and I don't want to be anywhere else. And the picture that I have on my when you look at my Valley Varieties, I actually took that right by my house. It's a sunrise, and it was right by my house. And so I've learned to find beauty in the city too, and I completely understand. I wish that I had the patience that you do to do the things that you're doing, because it sounds like it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and to show the diversity in all of our community members and different sections of the buildings and how architecture has changed. And I find that fascinating as well, how downtown has Art Deco buildings, and then it can change into more modern as we get into, Northeast Fresno with their more modern corporate offices. And so I try to represent Fresno as broad and as possible.
Right. I just saw the most amazing triplex of houses downtown. I'm going to have to give you the address after we leave here, or after we're done filming here, so that you can go take a look at these houses, because they're in the middle of buildings. They were going to be demoed, but they ended up getting bought, and they're the most beautiful houses I've ever seen in my life, and they're just in the middle of businesses. And I was like, oh my gosh, they were going to demo these, and they're older and they're beautiful, and I would have never known that they were there until I ended up I purchased something on OfferUp, and I ended up over at this house. And so, oh my gosh, I have to give you the address. You'll have to go take pictures of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. And so, what has been the most challenging place for you to get to? Has there been a challenging place for you to get to?
No, I haven't had any challenges getting to places, just dodging traffic. Because I'm trying to get a picture in an angle, and sometimes I'm in the street, and so I got to look out for that, or researching information. Sometimes the Fresno Historical Society has a lot of information out there, and on the older buildings, I find that on the internet, but that's pretty much it. I don't have a lot of trouble.
That's good.
Not yet, anyways.
That's great. Okay. And so what are your goals?
Well, my goals are to expand Positively Fresno. I'd like to see where it takes me. I'm at the grassroots level, and I've just started promoting businesses. They've contacted me through my Instagram page, and I'm helping support them. And so if anybody would like to be promoted on my page, please contact me, and I'd be happy to do that. And I'm welcome to everyone and every business, everything Fresno. And so just give me your information, and I will help you out. And that's what it's really all about, is helping out people in our community, giving back, being a positive person, because then it'll mirror back at me, because then it'll be passed on. The positivity will exude to other people.
I think you nailed it when you said giving back, because that's what it's all about.
Right.
That's what completes a community, is when you give back. Now, did you bring us pictures?
I did. I mailed a few in.
Okay.
And so some of them, these are the federal courthouse building I took when I was on the 5th floor, and it's a view from sitting on the bench there. And then I had some filters just for some dramatic flair.
Definitely.
But that one there was a lot of fun. That building's beautiful inside. If anybody's ever been in there, it's gorgeous. That federal courthouse. Yeah, and then this one's here in Tower District. And I was going to Piemonte's to go get Italian food, and that's on the side. So that's how I get a lot of my photos and things. It's just me cruising around town and coming across.
Wandering?
Yes, yeah. And this one is our Fresno County Assessor's Office. That's there next to... when you go to jury duty, I had jury duty, and then I was walking there. I had to get my birth certificate.
Yeah.
And that's the foyer, the first floor, to the Fresno County Assessor's Office, where you get your birth certificates and things. That's a gorgeous old building. Yes. That's an Art Deco one as well. It's really stunning inside. And then this I credit to the Fresno Historical Society. That one there is our very first police department in 1901. And I got this picture along with the other black and white photo from the Big Fresno Fair, the museums they have.
Okay.
I toured through the museums, and I found a lot of great black and white photos, and that's how I came across this one here. It's a cool picture. Yeah, and if you ever go to the Fresno Fair and go to those museums, there's so many fascinating things about Wyatt Earp visiting Fresno and everything. It's really cool.
Oh my gosh.
And then that's, of course, as downtown and the parking garages. Yeah, and then I added some pizzazz to it. But that's a cool one there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You do a great job.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
What has been your favorite picture that you've taken?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough question. I like all of them.
Yes.
I don't go by so much the likes I get.
Okay.
I like the ones, or I love the ones that are the most historic to me.
Okay.
I feel like I captured the photo well, and I was able to describe it in its entirety, and so I could convey what that building or the person or the business is really about, the artist.
Okay.
And that's, so I like them all, really.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to just say one favorite.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a most memorable one then?
A most memorable one.
Like it might have been one that you just like.
Well, one I took when we had our professional soccer team here.
Okay.
And I was at a game and sitting there, and now we don't have the soccer team anymore. So to me, it feels like
It was the last.
I feel like I got to document at least a fragment of time here in Fresno where we had our professional soccer team, where it's no longer here. And so along with other photos of people and photographers, they get to capture that moment in history, in
piece
time.
Of history,
right.
like the legacy that is ending right there.
Right, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's pretty memorable right there.
Yeah.
And so if you could tell everybody what you want to do besides like your goals, what you want from everybody to know about you, what would you tell everybody?
What would I tell everyone about me? I would tell them to enjoy their life. I would tell them to be positive while on social media, any platform they're on, to be kind to one another, and not be so quick to judge people, and embrace who we are and all our differences, and just love our city of Fresno, and really do things that promote its growth, and don't litter, or and be respectful, because there's a lot of hardworking people here who and we love our city, and we do a lot to take care of it. And that's what I would say.
And I think that your pictures are going to just really shine through and just show. And I think that that's like shows integrity. And I think that you're going to do a really great job and go far with this.
Thank you.
And helping promote other people. I think that's going to really, like what you said, giving back. I think that really nailed it right there.
Yeah, and that's what it's about.
Yes, it is. Is there anything else you'd like to share today?
Again, contact me at Positively Fresno. My name is Jenine Klein, and my email address is also found on my profile page, and it's been listed here on this interview. And I welcome everyone. Please don't hesitate to contact me.
Okay, so we have her information on the bottom of the page, and she just gave it to you. We can find her on her Instagram page, and thank you so much for coming, and I can't wait for you to come back, and I can't wait to see more photos.
Okay, thank you.
And I look forward to having you back. Thank you so much for coming. So great to meet you too.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us tonight.